What are you doing, Ben?
Well, see, I'm brewing some Taiwanese high mountain tea that's sourced straight from the tea grower in the mountains of Maokong to the south of Taipei. Want to try some?
Sure.
Aren't you going to say thank you?
Well, I just did.
What?
Ben, if you really want to be a Chinese, you gotta learn some tea etiquette. Let me explain. Emperor Qianlong from the Qing Dynasty loved to drink tea. He also liked to take trips around the country dressed as a commoner so he wouldn't be recognized. On one of his tours south of the Yangtze River, he had this sudden craving for tea, so he and his servant went into a tea house and he actually poured some tea for his servant. Now, this is something that almost never happens, and normally the servant would immediately get down on his knees and kowtow to the emperor for this great honor. But the servant didn't want to break the emperor's disguise, so the quick-thinking servant bent his 2 fingers and touched a knuckle to the table to represent him kneeling.
So when you did that sign language to me before, you were basically saying that you see me as an emperor, right?
No, Your Majesty. This is just something that people do now to say thanks to their waiter, waitress, or your friend. Except now, instead of bending their fingers, they just tap their 2 fingers on the table.
Wow. So from now on, thanking people for tea, I don't even have to speak, right? This is great.
Ben, I think you're going to extremes. There's no replacement for being polite.
Well, to be honest, Karen, right now, I'm not thinking of anything else apart from this wonderful Taiwanese high mountain tea.
Me too.
Ganpei. Anyway, what do you think? Do you like Taiwanese high mountain tea?
I think it's great. Can you make it stronger?
Okay. Well, this is already pretty strong.
Really?
You know, I was in Taiwan and I always used to drink English tea, right? And the only place I could get decent English tea was at Starbucks, right?
What?
And then one day I went into Starbucks and said, "Hey, 我要英式红茶." That's English tea,
It's
right?
British tea.
British tea. And they said, "Sorry, we can't." 他们说，因为茶叶是从中国大陆进口的，所以
没有英国茶。
政府不允许我们再卖。
Really?
Because at that time they had a lot of this melamine and poison milk scandal and these 黑心产品, that's the poison black heart products. And so then from that day on, I was like, okay, seeing as I can't get my English tea, I'm going to explore the world of Taiwanese high mountain tea.
Aren't you glad you made the switch?
And it opened a door in my life which has never closed. So yeah, I think.
You know what's really good? You can cold brew the tea.
Oh, I've done that.
Yeah.
You brew it overnight. You put it in you buy like a bottle of really nice water, like Fiji water or something like that.
Put some tea leaves in.
Yep.
Keep it in the fridge.
In the fridge overnight, at least 8 hours. And then next day you use a spoon, get the leaves out, and then you've got this lovely
Beautiful
bottle.
iced tea.